Watts Entertainment. I'm your host, Bernard Watts. If you don't mind, hey, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and also put a comment down in the comment section if you don't mind. I really appreciate that. And if you tune in and watch this later on, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment in the comment section below. I appreciate that. Hey, we're going to talk about Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes, the America's team, and the running back room. Hey, we got to talk about this running back room, y'all. We must establish a running game this year. It's crucial. It's imperative that we have a running game this year. I'm telling you, we got some decent running back this year, and I'm looking for some big things from the running back group. Pat Sherman is in charge of the offense. Pat Sherman is an NFL coach, formerly the head coach of the New York Giants. He also is the former offensive coordinator from the Denver Broncos. So he knows how to put a game plan together. And I'm sure that he will put a running game package together for Colorado this year because it's important. It's very important. They must get off to a good start when they play North Dakota State. And it's important that that running back room be the key focus going into this first game. Because they get this running game going, it will send a message not only to their opponent that they're playing on that Saturday, but it will send a message to their teammates and their fans and everybody in the Big 12 conference that they can run the football and they come to play smash mouth football and be physical on that line of strength. The running back room, Alvin McCaskill, he's the favorite going into spring practice to be the starting running back, right? Alvin McCaskill had a ACL tear when he transferred in. He redshirted last year. He's from Houston. Now, when I watched the tapes of him playing at Houston, this dude reminded me of Adrian Peterson and Eric Dickerson, the way he ran the football up there in Houston. Now, can he get back those glorious days of 2 years ago and bring it back to Colorado? It going to depend on his health and the way he's had rehab, and it's going to depend on his mental state. Because once you get hit in your leg where you had that ACL tear, man, it does something to you. I mean, it's natural. He's scared it's going to hurt it again. So that's why it's important not only to have Alvin McCaskill to be your starting running back, but you need another running back behind him that can tote that load. And who they got? They're going to rely on Dylan Edwards, who was there last year. Also, they got the rookie coming in, Michael. He's a freshman. He looked good in strength and conditioning workout program that they had. But also, they have coming back is Savion Wilkinson. Now remember, Savion Wilkinson was with Coach Prime at Jackson State. And his last year at Jackson State with Coach Prime, he was a 1,000-yard rusher down there in the HBCU conference. So it's imperative, it's crucial that Coach Prime use these running backs to get this running game going. He got to get the running game going. If Alvin McCaskill ain't healthy and he can't tote this rock for us, we need to turn that ball over to Savion Wilkinson. But when I saw him run the ball, he ran pretty good to me. I don't understand why they didn't just use him. They kept wanting to run Dylan Edwards between the tackles, and he's just too small. They need to put Dylan Edwards out there on the edge and let him run the ball on a sweep play or a screen play or let him play in the slot position. But my horses, if they don't think they got the running backs, they need to go out and find one, a workhorse. I don't like that subbing in and out, one here and one there, one running back next week, another. No, man, who's hot and all that. Whoever the starting running back, he need to start every game and play in that game. Keep feeding him. he need to average at least 20 to 25 carries a game. Coach Prime ain't crazy. He played with the Dallas Cowboys when they had that dominant running game with Emmitt Smith. They got to run the ball. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. They don't revamp the offensive line. Hey, if you tune in, hit the like button for me. Subscribe to my channel. I appreciate that. They got the offensive line. They don't beat up the offensive line. I think they got the most talented offensive line in the conference. By me looking at the films, the videos of everybody who's playing on this team and the team that they're playing against. Colorado got that. Coach Prime got that, y'all. Justin Myers, he was ranked number 3 offensive lineman in the transfer portal by Pro Football Focus. He was the number 3 offensive lineman in the transfer portal. And who got him? Colorado. Also in the transfer portal, they got the number 1 running back. Linebacker. Who's that? This guy named Jalen Webster. They also got the number 1 cornerback. According to Pro Football Focus, in the transfer portal report, Preston Hodges was number 1. They ranked him number 1. And they all are on Colorado team this year. Also, the edge rusher, BJ Green, they ranked him the 3rd best pass rusher in the Pro Football Focus transfer ranking. Now, tell me, you don't think we got the talent to win the Big 12 compared to the last year team? Man, I'm telling you, if Coach Prime and the offensive coordinator establish a physical running game, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel while you're in here. Thank you. If they can establish that running game, man, it's gonna make everything more easier for Colorado to win a football game. We already got the best quarterback in the league. Who played better than Shedeur last year? And he got sacked on know how many times with a bad offensive lineman. Shedeur is one of the best quarter pocket passers in the league last year. Now, all them guys that competed with him and that was on the Heisman list last year, they gone. So it's just Shedeur. Shedeur is the best quarterback in the conference and in college football coming into this season, from what I done seen so far. Now, let somebody come on the scene and that surprise me. Hey, it is what it is. But right now, what I'm going off, Shedeur performance last year. The guy threw for what, 30 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions and 3,500 yards with a bad offensive lineman, y'all. And look at the weapons that he got coming in. He got our boy coming back. Now, you know I forget these names, y'all. I'm bad with names, so I had to write them down. He got, come on, y'all, help me out. He got Travis Hunter. We got Travis Hunter. We got Travis Hunter coming back as a wide receiver and a defensive back. We got Will Shepard coming in this summer. He won't be there this fall. We got Jimmy Horn Jr. coming back. And we got Baby T.O. gonna step in. Man, I'm telling you, we got some weapons to work with. My concern is, can we run this football when we up by 21, when we up by 2 touchdowns? Can we run the football late in the 4th quarter to run the clock out? Don't want to see Shedeur back there in a shotgun trying to throw the ball hit the ground, stopping the clock, giving the opposition hope. When that clock stops in the 4th quarter, it give them hope because they ain't got to use no timeout to save time so they can get the ball and go back and score because they behind 2 touchdowns. Something that we didn't do last year. It was poor clock management on the offensive coordinator, defense coordinator, and the head coach, Coach Prime. It really was. It is what it is. But this year, if they are confident and get that running game going on, because the offensive lineman would love to foul on the ball instead of backpedaling. They more comfortable in going forward than they are going backwards. We human beings, we more comfortable walking forward than walking backwards. We more comfortable running forward than running back. So why you think an offensive lineman is different? Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel while you're in. So I'm telling you, it's important that Alvin McCaskey, they get him off to a good start so he can build up his confidence. He coming off an ACL tear. He's scared. He probably scared he's gonna get hurt again. Then his NFL career is in jeopardy. They don't want that. His parents don't want that. And I'm sure Coach Prime don't want that. So that's why it's important. They have a number 2 running back ready to go. And I think, my personal opinion, who I want back there, Savion Wilkerson. Once again, he was a 1,000-yard rusher for Coach Prime at Jackson State University 2 years ago. And when Coach Prime came to Colorado, he came along with him. Use that guy. He built low to the ground. He got he got strength in his leg. He moved pretty fast. He ain't that fast, but he pretty quick, and he's strong and he's powerful. Get behind Jordan Seaton them and run this football. Get behind their offensive line, who is much better now than it was last year. Caleb Benson, Justin Myers, Tyler Johnson, Tyler Brown, Savion Washington, Yakira Walker, and there was one more on the offensive line. David Connor was an offensive lineman last year or defensive line. I think it was an offensive line. Them offensive linemen is better this year because they have had playing experience last year with other teams. They came from UTEP, Houston, and Indiana. If 3 of them on the offensive line only gave up 1 sack last year. So I'm looking for big things from the offensive lineman, and I'm looking for big things from this running game. Coach Prime, get this running game, y'all, going on, y'all. I'm telling you, we coming. I'm telling you, we coming. Because if you get that running game going on, you always can hit them with a play action pass. That gonna suck the linebackers in and the defensive backs in, and then you can hit it right over a wide receiver right over the top, right behind the linebackers. Cause the linebackers coming in, they expecting you to run, but you got to show that run. You got to keep pounding. It don't matter if you don't get but 1 or 2 yards. It don't matter if you don't get but 3 yards on a carry. Keep running the football. I expect them to keep running the football. Pat Sherman and Phil Loho, the offensive lineman coach, it's his job to get these guys ready and prepared for this upcoming season. Because to me, I think they got a cupcake. They first 7 games, cupcakes. They should run through their first 7 games. North Dakota State, Nebraska, Colorado State, Baylor. Now the UCF, that's a trap game to me. Because they got players from Florida got to go home because they play them away, right? And they going home to see their family and friends, and they gonna be all up high and all excited and forget about they got a football game that Saturday. That's the trap game. And then they play Kansas State next. That's their hardest game on the schedule to me. Kansas State, and that's game number 6. And after that, it's a cakewalk until the end of the season because the last 2 games, Kansas and Oklahoma State. But guess what? The college football ranking already going to have Utah ranked ahead of them going into the season. They also going to have Kansas and Kansas State and Oklahoma State. They going off base their records from last year because, we were just 4-8, right? So they going to be up there. But guess what? Coach Prime in Colorado don't play them to the end of the games on the schedule. Games on the schedule. They play them at the end. But up there in the top, they play the weakest teams in the conference. So that's why it's important for Colorado and Coach Prime to win early. They can't afford to lose 1 game here and expect to be in the top 20. They got to keep winning and build momentum until they get to them games. And that'll rise them above them once they beat them. Because guess what? Check this out now. Oklahoma State, Utah, Kansas, and Kansas State, they play each other in the 2nd and 3rd and 4th week. So that means one of them going to get a loss. So which team loses, they're going to drop them down out of the top 20. Yeah. I was looking at their schedule early this morning when I woke up. I got up and looked at their schedule. They play each other early between that second, third, and fourth week. And somebody got to win and somebody got to lose. And Coach Prime don't play the easy teams like Baylor, Colorado State, Nebraska, Arizona, Cincinnati, Texas Tech. That's why they got to win those games. And if they pile up those wins, they're going to be easily ranked because the team that they getting ready to play that were ranked ahead of them preseason, they're going to have at least one loss because they got to play each other. I had to wrote down, let me see who played each other first. All right, check this out. Oklahoma State, they play Arkansas, a SEC team. You really think they're going to beat the SEC team? I'm going to tell you now. Oklahoma State, I think they was in the championship, Big 12 championship game last year against Texas. They lost. And now they starting their season out with Arkansas, a SEC team. They're not going to beat them. They're going to probably knock them on out right there. And then if that don't get them the third week, they play Utah. And if that don't get them the fourth game, they play Kansas State. Y'all feel me now? See, they played each other in the first part of the schedule. Colorado don't play them to the end. That's why I'm telling you it's important for Colorado to win earlier because they has a easier schedule than the rest of the teams in the Big 12 Conference. Colorado should go on a winning streak by the time they get to the end of the year, end of the season, where they play Kansas and Oklahoma State. Colorado should be 10-1. Not 10-1. They should be 8-0 or 7-1. Yeah, before they play Utah. Because they play Utah in that 10th week, Kansas in the 11th week, and Oklahoma State last. Colorado should have been raked up all those wins and have the momentum going into those last 3 games. And they should be ranked in the top 10 when they get to Utah, if they take care of business. That's why it's important, it's crucial to get that running game going. Coach Prime say if you look good, because he got them dressed up. Nike got them some new uniform. They got some new shoes. LeBron James wore some of the new shoes in the All-Star game. Them black ones, thing right, y'all. I was thinking about getting me a pair. They right, man. So they got the new shoes. They gonna have the uniform. Cause Coach Prime gonna make sure they look good. Cause he always say, if you look good, you play good, and if you play good, they pay good. Big time players make big time plays in big moments in big time games. So earlier, it's big time games. This is the year that Coach Prime said, we coming. We think it's a game, or they think it's a game. We coming. We coming. This is the year of expectation. That's what Coach Prime said. So we expectation this Shedeur, Shiloh, Travis Hunter, and several other players last year are playing college football. And I'm sure Coach Prime want these guys to go out as winners. Because the NFL is watching, the NFL scouts going to be watching. They going to make sure, Coach Prime going to make sure Shedeur and Travis and Shiloh have the best opportunity to make plays and look good and put up numbers so that the NFL scouts can watch it and see what they can do. Because Coach Prime got 2 players on his team that going to go 1 and probably 2 in the NFL draft. They definitely going to be the top 3 picks, depending on who drafted in the NFL. Because everybody used to go for, what, a left tackle in the offensive in the NFL draft. They go for that tackle. Jordan Seaton ain't ready yet, but he gonna be. 2 years from now, he gonna be that dog He gonna be that #1 draft pick. He gonna be it. But when I was looking at Jordan Seaton, he was playing against somebody in the All-Star game. He need to work on his upper body strength. And in the weight room, I see him lifting weights. Well, he barely can get that 250. I don't know. Yeah, he got his upper body strength. He got the footwork. He got the handwork. He just got to get that upper body strength ready. And Coach molded him getting him ready. They molded him. This dude going to be something else now. I'm telling you now. Around that 3rd and 4th and 5th game, when they meet Kansas State, this dude going to be right. So I'm looking for Coach Prime to get that running game going with Alvin McCaskey, Dillon Edwards, Michael, Savion Wilkins. I'm looking for one or two of those running backs to secure this running game. And it's up to Coach Prime and Pat Sherman to make sure they have a running game this year. If you can run the ball on offense and on defense, if you can stop the ball, the running game, you are on your way to a Big 12 championship. Because those are the two key factors that win games and win championships. Can you run the ball and can you stop the run? And last year, Colorado couldn't do neither one of them. But this year, we expected them to do better this year in the running game and stopping the run. And in April, and when they time to hit that transfer portal open back up, if we don't have a player that can do that, Coach Prime need to go in that transfer portal and find somebody can do it, that want to do it. He's going to have to spend some money. Two things they want. They want that money, that NIL deal, and they want to know if they can get that playing time. They'll come. If Coach Prime offer that to them, they're going to come. But he's going to need some dollars. If these 4 running backs don't be able to do it in this spring game, he need to hit that transfer portal and make sure he finds somebody that can do it. If he ain't got nobody on that offensive line that can block, out of all these guys, he need to go in that transfer portal and make sure he finds somebody. Guarantee them playing time and some money. They come. That's just the way college football going right now. That's the way it's going. Like I say, I'm looking for big things from the running game this year. Coach Phil Low-Hope, I'm looking for him to coach up that offensive lineman and get them right. I'm looking for Coach Warren Sapp to come in March to get that defensive line right. And I'm looking for Pat Sherman to dial it up on this offensive side of the ball. That's what I'm looking for from Colorado this year. Like I said, I think they're a 10-2 team. And if they address those two positions on their football team, I can see them easily going 11-1. Only team on this schedule that's going to give them a ride and a good pushback is going to be Kansas State and Kansas or Oklahoma State. But they're going to beat each other up in the first part of the season. Because they play them early. They play each other early. Go look at the schedule. They play them all up in the early, like the 2nd and 3rd and 4th week. Colorado they don't play nobody in the first 4 weeks. They play Baylor, Colorado State, North Dakota State, UCF, Nebraska. They take care of those games. They send themselves up pretty, but they got to stay focused and know what's at stake and what's on the line, and pay attention to detail. Pay attention to detail. Get in that playbook, get in that weight room, and come out playing hard as you can. Give it all you got. They got to stay focused. The coaching staff got to be right there with them. Even when they come out the field, you got to be right there with them. Tell them what they're doing wrong. Tell them what they're doing right. Tell them to keep it up. Hey, this is what they're doing. You need to counter this with that. That's what the coaching staff need to be doing instead of just sitting over there just looking at the game and acting like they cold. Nobody tell you go there to Colorado. Shoot. They need to coach them boys up, not just doing practice and film day. You got to coach them up during the game. They want to know what they're doing wrong, and they want to know what they're doing right. Communication is the key. Pat Sherman said that at that dinner they had. Communication. They need the coaches, the players need to feel comfortable. They need to trust them. It's about relationships. That's what it's about. So I'm looking for big things from Colorado's running game this year. Like I say, if they don't want to run the ball, they got a dude coming in Summers can run that ball. And he from my hometown, Georgia. He from Statesboro, Georgia. His name, Cam McKell. He gonna hit that field. Coach Prime got the plan. This boy bad. Cam McKell from Statesboro, Georgia. Check him out on YouTube. I don't care if he is gonna be a freshman. Coach Prime gonna have to play that boy, or he gonna hit that transfer portal. He just too good to be sitting on the sideline. To me, Cam McKell is better than Jimmy Horn Jr. He better than. Hold on, I'm gonna let you know who he better than that. Don't get mad at me. I'm just going by looking at. I see what's on tape. He better than Dylan Edwards. He better than. Shoot, man. But this dude better than Travis Hunter on the offensive side of the ball. Look at the tapes. Tapes don't lie. What you put on film, hey, you can't lie about that, man. This boy got some tapes out there. I'm telling you, I was looking at a video last week. No, 2 days or 3 days ago. It looked like somebody shot him out of the camera. He was running so fast. I don't know if it caused he was playing in high school or them boys. Boy, I'm telling you, man. He was playing quarterback, running back, wide receiver, kickoff return, punt return. Every time he touched the ball, 80 yards, flying, gone, nobody in sight. Cam McKell is him. He's that dude. He plays offense and defense. He's another Travis Hunter. He's another Travis Hunter and Deion Sanders. Cam McKell is that good. He's him. He's him. I think who recruited him? I think Coach Prime Pastor, E. Dewey Smith Jr. told him about it, from what I heard. And the coach that left and went to Syracuse. Nick somebody was a coach. They told him about Cam McKell. And plus Cam McKell's best friend also played up there with Coach Prime. That boy bad. University of Georgia wanted him bad. Alabama wanted him bad. But he chose to go to play with his best friend up there at Colorado with Coach Prime. So Coach Prime gonna have to play him. He good. He ain't doing him no favor. He doing it because this boy gonna earn his spot when he get there. I'm telling you. I sure wish he could have got up there for the spring, but I understand he want to graduate. He got to do all what he got to do to get there. But I'm telling you, Cam McKell is that guy. He's my dog horse. He the one. If the running backs don't pan out, Coach Prime gonna have to turn to him. And once he get in there, he ain't coming out now. You ain't gonna be able to get him out. I'm telling you. You ain't gonna be able to get Cam McKell out. And there's another one. Traylon, what his name? It's another one. He ever hit that field, you ain't gonna be able to get him out. What that dude's name? Hold on. Draylon Miller. Draylon Miller and Cam McKell, if they hit that field and produce like I think they can do, it's going to be hard to take them off the field if Coach Prime want to win. And I believe this year he want to win. So the playoff in front of them, well, y'all better take advantage of it. I'm telling you, take advantage of your playing time and be serious about it because they got two dogs. Go look at their film. Draylon Miller, he from Texas. He wanted to go to Texas A&M, but when they fired Jimbo, he decided to come on to Colorado. And Cam McKell, out of Statesboro, Georgia, Kirby Smart won him, Nick Saban won him. but he changed and came to be with his best friend up here in Colorado. If those two guys get any playing time and they succeed on that field, it's going to be hard. If Coach Prime want to win, it's going to be hard to get them off that field, y'all. I'm serious. It is. It is what it is. So I expect good things from Colorado this year from the offensive side of the ball. Like I said, they got to get that running game going. The offensive line got to block consistently, game after game after game, and the running backs got to produce. But the coaching staff got to get them a chance to run the ball. It's up to Coach Prime and his offensive coordinator to run the ball, to call the plays, and know your personnel who can run that ball and run it down their throat until they can't run it no more. Be physical on that line of scrimmage and don't let up. And don't let up. On the defensive side, we'll talk about that tomorrow. We'll talk about that defensive side tomorrow because I keep hearing some things I don't like. I do not want to see Trevor Woods on this football field unless he's playing safety. That's it. He's slow. He can't read defenses. He was getting bad angles when he was at the linebacker position. Go look at the film. I watched him 2 days ago. He go to the wrong hole. You can't be no middle linebacker going to attacking the wrong hole. The running back looked like he coming to the A gap, but he don't went to the C gap. And Trevor Woods up there in the A gap. Linebacker can't be like that. A linebacker got to have football sense. He got to study his opponent. He got to do a lot of film sessions. He got to line his defense up. And I'm hoping that guy y'all talking about, Jalen Webster, is that guy. Because right now I just don't see nobody else at that linebacker position. Somebody keep telling me that you'll see Mr. Watson, you'll see Bernard. They gonna move BJ Green to that middle linebacker. Watch and see. I said, man, that because he was telling me to say, hey, they got too many defensive end rushers that can do that. But they ain't got nobody to do it like him. Go look at them tapes. When he played in high school and when he played in college, that boy coming off the end like he was Lawrence Taylor. He is. BJ Green. We'll talk about it, Bar. Go look at it. Go look at them tapes. BJ Green is him. Hey, I got to get out of here. I got to get ready for tonight, and I got to get ready for tomorrow morning. Hey, y'all have a good night, and may God continue to bless you spiritual, education, and financial, that you may be the person, that your family may be the family that God wants to be. Once again, thank you for tuning in, and if you're tuning in late on, do me a favor. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and share the videos, and I will appreciate each one of you for doing that. All right? Good night, and thank you for tuning in. Y'all be blessed. Peace out. Hey, and don't forget, tell everybody, Coach Prime and Colorado, hey, we are America's team. Yeah, you heard it right here. We starting that slogan right here on Bernard Watts Sports Talk. All right? America's team is Coach Prime and Colorado Buffaloes football team. We're the new kids on the blocks. Yes, we are. To all of y'all guys who concerned about your NFL career, and if you're going to have one, Coach Prime, I ain't hard to find. All right, y'all. Be blessed.